Finally, just for the general public, can you guarantee that no American will catch this virus from the passengers who returned to the United States?
I just want to emphasize that our top priority across all levels of government here and partners is the health and safety of the passengers and their communities, and that's what we're working constantly to address through all the measures that we're putting in place.
So you can guarantee no American will catch this virus from these returning passengers?
There are no guarantees in life. We're putting as many measures in place as possible to ensure that people are safe and healthy, and we keep the community safe and healthy as well.
Just speaking up.
And two of those patients potentially who have hantavirus, one who is showing symptoms, have just arrived at Emory Healthcare in Atlanta. They landed at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport and just finished the 15-mile trek, about a 30-minute ride to Emory Healthcare. One of those patients you see walking out on their own accord from that Grady-driven ambulance into a wheelchair. They've arrived at Emory. This is the kind of thing the good folks at Emory prepare for year-round. They last did something similar when they treated Ebola patients back in 2014. Now they have two people who were traveling together on this cruise ship, one of whom is symptomatic with the hantavirus, who have now arrived and will be undergoing treatment inside a biocontainment unit here at Emory Healthcare. As we said, that's one patient who has arrived in the wheelchair. You're about to watch as a second patient likely to be unloaded from that second ambulance. And those red duffel bags were also aboard the cargo plane that was transporting these people. Those cargo bags, potentially their belongings, now making their way inside as well. It's going to be a lonely few days, potentially longer for these people here at Emory. They will be alone in a room. Again, they travel together as a couple. They are here as a couple, but they will be in two separate rooms, though they will be allowed to have their phones with them to perhaps FaceTime each other or friends.
Yeah, and as we look more into this treatment center, it was established back in 2015 according to Emory University. It's the Regional Emerging Special Pathogen Treatment Center. It's part of the national group. It's also the Training and Education Center for the region. It operates 24/7, as we know. It's normal business hours now, but what we're working on right now of learning more about something that was used and built up during Ebola and then during COVID, and now we are once again using it, as we lost that shot there for a second. There's some radio and antenna issues, so we are keeping as clean of a shot as we can there for you.
Well, how incredible for our chopper helicopter pilot to be able to bring you that live transport, started at the airport all the way to Emory, the 15-mile journey. That's where these two patients are right now suspected of having hantavirus, one of them showing symptoms, unclear about the other one. Reams, we also got a ton of new information from this University of Nebraska Medical Center news conference. It's been going on for 45 minutes now. Also, another great hospital system when it comes to treating people with a virus like this.
Yeah, they have the national they have the national quarantine center there. Learning 18 were flown on that flight from the Canary Islands to the United States. One of those 18 was a British national, the other 17 American citizens. 16 of those 18 staying in Nebraska at their center. Two of them flew here to Atlanta as part of a contingency plan, as his press conference is now wrapping up. We'll go ahead and get this side shot here.
Health officials, even during that news conference, have stressed that the risk to the general public is low.
Correct.
The concerns, though, here today is that this is the Andes strain of the hantavirus that we were talking about here. It's a rare variant, which has shown documented person-to-person spread. And it's also highly fatal, like 40% fatality rate is what officials were saying as of last week. Now, some of these patients who may have the hantavirus being treated by some of the very best doctors in the world, both at Nebraska, who you just heard from there, and also at Emory Healthcare here in Atlanta. So, again, you even heard one of the officials there say, I can't guarantee, there are no guarantees in the world that these patients aren't going to be able to spread this to others. But they are doing everything in their power by keeping them in the quarantine unit at Nebraska and then here at Emory in the biocontainment unit to keep the virus just to the people who have it now, because the last thing they want in their hands is anything that resembles a pandemic, as we are seeing now the second patient getting out of the ambulance again on their own accord, though helped out a little bit. They nodded their head. The nurse has patted down the wheelchair, and the patient sat down on their own. Gave a little wave, gave a second wave. Perhaps the paramedics who helped transport him there, Grady paramedics, gave a fourth wave. Very polite lady or gentleman here. And now they are on the way inside Emory Healthcare, the biocontainment unit, where they will no doubt have access to some of the best treatment in the world when it comes to hantavirus. Very serious situation for those who have it. Though, Reams, we were even talking with an Emory doctor last week who said the concern for the rest of us right now is still very low.
Yes, this center as well has had 26 in-person trainings we've learned as of this is as of 2024. So even more training since then. It's the latest data they have on their website right now since 2015. So they're doing 2 or 3 trainings a year. They've had more than 500, more than 600 participants in those trainings, about 5,000 hours of learning. There's a lot of training that goes into something like this. So this is a well-rehearsed routine that our friends over at Emory are going through right now to keep everyone safe and up to speed.
And I remember the images of 2014, the Ebola crisis, when one of the first patients was flown here. I mean, it was a very similar thing. I think it was in a Grady ambulance too, where the patient was taken to Emory Hospital and ultimately treated and released. And it was a big moment for fighting that virus, and a big moment for Emory Healthcare. And they now have the potential to have another one of those moments. Couple people suspected of having the hantavirus taken there to Emory Healthcare in Atlanta. We can tell you that Governor Brian's Kemp office is aware of everything going on. They say the governor has been briefed by both federal and state partners, and then they referred us to the Department of Public Health for more information. Although they again stress, Governor Kemp's office, that there is no risk to the public at this time. So much, Reams, unfolded here in the last hour. It was